This Sunday's gospel from the Gospel of Luke talks about being faithful in little things so we can be faithful in greater ones. And I want to give you 3 easy ways to make this happen. First, do your daily duty as best as you possibly can. This brings me back to when I was working at a pizza shop on my senior year of high school. And I really always look back to this experience because it did so much to teach me about what it means to work. So I remember getting into the first day, and my first task was to wash all the pots and pans. And that's where I started. About the first week, that's kind of what I would do. I would get in, I would go to the very back of the store, and I would start washing pots and pans and cleaning. And there was some that you couldn't just wash in soap and water. You had to just kind of scrape them out, clean out the grease and whatnot. But starting by doing the simpler things, then with time, I got to be doing bigger and better things. And there's a very clear progression there. First you did wash pots and pans, then you learned to cut pizza, then you learned to prepare pizza, and finally you learned how to manage the cash register. Second thing, make sure that you're focusing on that which is most important. If you're going to be faithful in the little things so that the greater things can be entrusted to you, you have to make sure that you're paying attention to the things that are most important. It's so easy to get caught up in details that are not nearly as important, that aren't nearly as impactful. But if you're spending your time doing the things that matter, well, then the people above you, the people that are supervising you, are going to take notice of that, and they're going to reward you. Now, the reward in this type of thing tends to be more work. So don't be surprised if you end up getting more work, because the reward for good work is more work. So often that's the case. And then the third thing that I think that you should do is make sure that you're praying. Because when we're praying, we're making sure that we're doing the right things for the right reasons. And we can bring all of this to our Lord and tell him, Lord, this is what I'm doing. This is why I'm doing it. And we can let him, kind of touch our hearts and help us see if we're doing the right things for the right reasons. It's so easy to get pulled in and to be doing things out of vainglory because we want to feel important, because we think that we're better than those around us. But when we learn to give of ourselves truly, well, then that's a fruit of prayer, something that our Lord gives to us so that we can give back more fruitfully, more fully. So be faithful in little things so you can be faithful in greater things. One of the great lessons that our Lord gives us in this Sunday's gospel. God bless you. Take care.